I've got 1% battery, so. What day is it? It's Tuesday. Yeah, it's not Monday at all. Yeah, we a little bit of a late sprint planning this week, but we've done it. The TV was broken, the PC that runs it was broken, so we had to work out a
way to do it.
Yeah, we've got a Chromecast now. We're just casting. But yeah, pretty chill week. Lee, what are you up to?
Yeah, so it's the end of the WooLoop Next Fest. Specifically our Next Fest for WooLoop. We are going to be doing a sort of a wrap-up meeting so we can decide what's going ahead with the game, taking all you guys' feedback on board. I've sort of just been breaking that down a bit earlier today, so we can review a bit better later on. Other than that though, it's mostly going to be just Hexseed, making as many levels as I can. But there is also a bit of Halloween DLC stuff as well, because Halloween DLC comes out this week. So I need to make sure the achievements are live for that. And I want to get the store page for the Advent book sent off as well, because Jack's got all the pictures ready. So we can get that sent off to Valve to get reviewed as quick as possible.
Cool. Jack?
Yeah, for me, changing pace through it again, it's just going to be the Autumn DLC as that won the Patreon poll. So I'm just going to get a big chunk done this week so we're not worrying about it in the future. Simple, but
good stuff.
just
As for me, not 100% sure, but I know it's going to be WooLoop. We're basically going to have that meeting to decide what we're going to be doing with WooLoop, and then I'm basically just going to be trying to get the game as close to done as possible. I think that's going to be me for the next couple of weeks, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of polish, making it good, lots of levels. Cool.
Cool.
We did it. 1% battery. We did it.
Yesterday.
Hey everybody, it's about 5 o'clock on the Monday afternoon. It's been a pretty busy day for me. I started the Autumn DLC as it won the poll yesterday, and I've gotten through quite a lot of images. As you can see, I've started some, I've not got the far through, as I've kind of been bouncing between a lot of pieces today. I've sort of had an art block, I haven't really settled for one image, and I've kind of been jumping between the rest of them. You can see these two images though are pretty much done. I did a leaf, just a simple one to start off with as I wanted to get a bit warmed up. And then I did a bonfire aesthetic as a little family trip out for, not bonfire night, but a little, bonfire night essentially, because that's an autumn. But yeah, that's looking pretty good. I'm not so settled on the mountains in the background yet. They could do a few more tweaks. And as for this image here, this is the newest image I've been working on. I essentially just wanted to encapsulate the wind blowing through the trees. And I've got this to a point where I'm nearly finished. I just need to do the canopy on the tree. It's taking a little while though, as the usual style I tend to draw for canopies won't really match the style I'm going for here. So I kind of want to do something different. I'm just trying to work out the basics.
24 hours later.
So this arrived yesterday. Forgot to record it then. Rob reminded us today. But yeah, it's a nice little gift from Rob's brother. So thank you very much. Just a bunch of beers and some very good quality glasses. Rob, so you tried one. How was it, Rob?
Oh, it's nice.
Not sponsored obviously, but yeah, very thankful. Thank you very much.
Hey everybody, it is about 25 to 5 on the Tuesday afternoon. I thought I'd give you a quick rundown of what I've been working on this morning, as I've made a bit of progress on the Autumn book. So this is the first image I wanted to touch up. I think I showed a bit of these yesterday, but the image wasn't complete, and this morning I was primarily working on the canopy. I tried a few styles out, but I thought about the basics and just do this layout, as I tend to go for my style anyway. It seemed to work for the image, and I was quite happy with it. And I've added a few little leaves blowing in the wind here, as without them it kind of looked a bit dull. The image looked a bit dull, and I thought this added a bit of fluff to the image. As well as that, I've been working on this campfire scene. This was pretty much Lee's idea. I thought it was a nice idea for Autumn. It was a nice way for me to segue out of doing just lots of orange images for Autumn, so I thought I'd do a nighttime cozy campsite. This is what I've been working on. It's quite a small image, but it took a little while working things out, especially the colour. It was difficult getting the colours right in this image, but I got there in the end. And towards the end of the day, I've been touching up this autumn level. I haven't done much, but I will be working on this more tomorrow. As you can see, I've started adding in the typical game asset floor here, and it's looking quite nice. I quite like the contrast in the purple and orange, and I think I'm going to stick with that for the rest of the image. Maybe not the sky, as I'm not sure if it matches the bottom, but I'll see how that goes once I start adding more detail in.
So yeah, it's been a whole day of WooLoop for the most part today. What I've just done now is posted the sort of thank you post for the Steam Next Fest. I'll get that up over here. It just breaks down sort of our gratitude for everyone trying out WooLoop, the facts and figures of what happened during the Next Fest, and more importantly the feedback and what we're going to do with that feedback, so the next sort of steps. including that the demo is being shut down next Monday, and we are sticking to January release, and anything else that isn't fully decided yet, like pricing and DLC, we're letting people know that we will be announcing that as and when we make that decision. So sort of prompting people to stick around and add WooLoop to the wish list if they haven't already, and that sort of stuff. Other than that, most of all of our days has been taken up by having one big sort of WooLoop meeting, sort of a general plan. And all I want to do is go over first off the feedback. So what I've done this morning was collected everyone's feedback from the forums and made a tally chart of who said what, how many results we got for certain things, and we went through the list together, and we've literally picked out items that we're going to commit to doing, which have all been moved to the top here, items that are a maybe but unlikely, and items that are simply not feasible for the main release of the game. But it might be something we'll look at adding later along the line, but in terms of the actual main release for WooLoop, these are the ideas that we've dedicated ourselves to doing.
Yes, it's Wednesday afternoon. I was off on Monday, and yesterday was a long day of meetings really, so I didn't really do any updates. But basically we've got a plan now for what we want to do for WooLoop. So I'm going to be working on making the game basically like ready for release. It's going to take a few weeks to get it in that state, but there are some big things that I'm working on, sort of like overhauls. So today it's working on the sort of like completion animation we do at the end of the level. So when you're 100% a level, like I'm just about to do here, just want to give that a bit of a revamp. As you can see now, it zooms out and the frame sort of slams in with a bit of screen shake as well. So it's just a start, and then I think the plan is to, once it's done that, basically run a time lapse of all of the routes that you've done, and how you've done them and stuff, just to sort of like finish it off, a bit like colouring pixels really, which I'm working on now. But there are some complications with that I'm encountering, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge. But yeah, there's a lot of other minor things I've just been working on as well. Like I've removed the wooden background as well. We got a lot of feedback saying that was a bit naff. And yeah, I've changed the colour of the frame as well that pops in. I think the idea is that we're going to be using the frame as sort of like a New Game Plus mechanic. So like when you complete level 1, it'll be one colour of frame, and then the next New Game Plus level will be like a silver frame, then gold, and so on, and it gets fancier as you go along.
Hey everyone, it's 3 on the Wednesday afternoon. I thought I'd give us a quick rundown of what I've been working on. I've still got a little bit more on the day to go, but it'll pretty much be another small image I think I'll be doing for autumn before I wrap up the day. But yeah, essentially this morning I was actually doing some game testing for WooLoop for Lee and Rob. That was really fun. It was my first time doing it. I was a little nervous in case I appeared to be not very good at the game. I think I did okay. But yeah, since then, around about lunchtime, I've been working on some more pixel art for the autumn DLC. This is one of the images I've done so far. A bit of a smaller image, like I said in one of the previous vlogs. I'm trying to get the smaller images out of the way first, as I typically struggle with the smaller images first. I don't know why. I like to encompass a lot of detail in my work, and smaller images mean less detail. So this is the first one I've done. A little acorn. I mean, I'm not sure if I like it. I mean, it looks like an acorn, but something about it is not sitting right with me. So I may come back to it, but for now, I'm going to leave it. I may add a white outline just to make it come back out from the background. But apart from that, I think it's okay. I may tweak some browns in the acorn. I don't know what you'd call it, the seed maybe. But yeah, apart from that, I think this image is done. But the majority of my day has been working on this image here. This is like essentially a game level design I wanted to encompass in the artwork. It's something I haven't done before, and it's something I've always wanted to do, and I thought the autumn DLC would be a nice kind of theme to do around. It does encompass a bit of fantasy in there. You can see that, I mean, this is a giant mushroom. We don't have this in the real world, but mushrooms do symbolise autumn, and I thought it would be a fun way to build a world out of mushrooms, really. So yeah, this was a fun little design I did. It took a little while, a lot longer than I wanted it to, but I think it's worth it. I really love the design, the colours in this image. I love the contrast in the red and the blue, and the orange and the purples at the bottom. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this image, and I think before I head home, I'm going to do one more smaller image, which should bring us to, I think, 6 or 7 images. I'm not quite sure.
It is Thursday, just before lunchtime. As you've just seen there, I've gone ahead and made all the icons for the Halloween 4 DLC achievements. Because Halloween's coming out tomorrow. And what I am doing now is just the finishing touches. So the achievements and then the announcements. So getting these uploaded and tested, and then the book will be ready for release tomorrow.
Hey everybody, it's 20 to 1 on the Thursday afternoon. I've just got done having my lunch and I thought I'd give you a quick rundown of what I've been working on. So these are the 3 images that I've been working on today thus far. These 2 images are quite small. I'm really happy with the fox though. I'm not sure about the pine cone yet. I may make a few more tweaks to this one as it's not really representing the colours that I want to show off. I originally had some purple in the corners here for the shadows, but I kind of changed it to brown to match the rest of the colour palette. But I may change that. And as for the fox, I like it. I still think it needs a bit of work. I may just leave it though. My mind's kind of jumping back and forth on what to do with it, and I think I may just leave it. The colour, the contrast between the green and the orange is quite nice, so I think I'll leave it there. And for the rest of the day, I've been working on this image here. This one's quite big. So far, it stands about 200 height and 240 height and 200 length. So it's quite a big image and it's taking a while. I've just been working on the sky now, and I think I'm going to add a reflection down here, and with a little tree and a little picnic table.
Okay, so I've been working on coloring pixels a little bit today. So basically one of the things we want to do with the new event changes that we've made for the Halloween book is we wanted to make it so that you can see the Halloween event basically at other times of the year. So before this morning, it was only like 2 weeks of the year you could see the Halloween event with the bats and the fire and stuff like that. But now, any time of the year, whenever you are colouring in a book, which is one of the Halloween books or the monster book, it'll be active. So it's just a little thing. We've done the same for Christmas, I think. Advent images as well. It starts snowing, and then there's a couple ones in the bonus book as well. I think, yeah, Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day as well. They've got events. Yeah, just a nice thing to add.
So yeah, it's Friday, it's just after lunch. Just me and Jack in the office today. Rob's got the day off, with him being over on hours quite a lot, so he's got time to take back. But yeah, the main thing I've just done today is I've got these 2 store pages sent off. The screenshots are temporary. If you look closer, you'll see they're not placed correctly. That's because they were taken in editor, and I've just sort of like fudged it to make it the right resolution. So we'll be retaking those screenshots on Monday when we get a build with the updated images in. But as you can see, it's both the Advent 4 book and the Autumn book that have both been sent off to Steam for review. They've just been sent off right now, so hopefully they'll get reviewed over the weekend, if not early next week, and then we can make this live once we've updated the screenshots, of course.
It's just about 25 past 1 on the Friday afternoon. I've just got finished doing another 2 images and I'm pretty happy with them. This one I was working on yesterday and this morning. It's essentially just a small little animal band, just some woodland creatures getting together for a little jam out. And I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I love the personalities between each character and the different instruments that are playing. It's everything that I wanted to convey in the image, and this one didn't take too long. The rest of the day has been working on this image here, which is an autumn wreath. I've always wanted to draw this kind of thing. I didn't get a chance to draw a wreath in the Advent book, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to do one. So I'm actually really happy with this image, although there's something not right that's not sitting well with me, and I don't really know what it is. I was discussing it with Lee, and I discussed maybe having an outline, and he doesn't think it should have one. But maybe it's because I've been looking at it too long, but something just doesn't look right to it for me. So I may end up coming back to this image in the future, but for now I'm going to leave it how it is. It took quite a while. It's not a huge image, but as you can see, it's packed with detail. So it definitely took up the majority of this morning and this afternoon.
Bit awkward here to see because I've got I'm recording OBS. But what I want to show off is up in the top right here. Just been using this plugin called Multiple Output, and what that's allowed me to do is stream to both Steam and Twitch at the same time. Jump over to the screen here. The stream's ended now, but you can see been actually streaming to both of them at the same time, which is really good. We were mainly checking to see if the bandwidth could handle it. It can, it's great. And the stream went quite well. It's only 40 minutes, but we got a few followers in there as well. We've got a good bit of chatting going on in Twitch. So I think Twitch is going to be better overall than Steam for streaming and for showing off what I want to show off. All we were doing was playing WooLoop and just talking about the changes and what's coming up. And yeah, the main thing was testing that it actually works, which it looks like it does. So that's very good.
Okay, so I've just been doing a little bit of animation stuff for the end of the level. So when you complete a level now, it does a nice little animation with a little time lapse as well, which looks quite nice. Yeah, it's looking a lot nicer than it was before. We could probably do more with the frame and stuff like that, but yeah.
Lee, it is Friday, a rainy Friday,
Yeah.
and we thought we'd do a quick wrap up of what we've been up to on the week. We're missing Rob, bless him, but it's weird not having Rob here.
Yeah, it's been quite quiet this week. A couple of days we've had off here and there, so it's been quite a quick one as well. But main thing I want to touch on now is that we are making a slight change to the format of the videos. So hopefully the intention is to make this wrap up a bit more concise and to the point, and hopefully through the week you've seen a bit more of a to the point sort of clips as well. To try and reduce a bit of the rambling and make the video more interesting. So hopefully that works. Let us know what you think. So yeah, this week's been quite good. The big thing this week is the Halloween pack that comes out tonight. We've already got the decorations up, but the pack comes out for you guys to enjoy. That comes with the update to the seasonal effect as well, so try it out and let us know what you think. Other than that though, it's been a lot of WooLoop work. So we've been working on the marketing plan, sort of figuring out the next steps of what we're going to be doing, including Jack playtesting the game to let us sort of get a gauge of how long the levels take to do. And yeah, other than that's just been you making the autumn pack, right?
It is, yeah. Pretty simple week for me. I've just been making a start on the autumn DLC, which comes out in November. I've got 11 images done now, and I've got a few more hours in the day, so I'll hopefully have 12 or 13 done, and then, well, it's been a quick DLC, really.
Yeah, it's quite good.
It's been quite nice.
That was voted by the patrons as well, so thank you very much.
It was.
But yeah, as I've already said, check out the Halloween pack that came out last week. The other big news is the competition, the pixel art competition that ended last week for you guys. So we'll be announcing that today if everything goes well. So keep an eye out for who's won the competition for the free community book as well.
Cool.